Welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial I'm gonna show how to use the new simple assistant template. And I will explain how this template works. On the home screen, click on Create New AI Agent and choose the Simple Assistant preset. This will build a simple assistant agent with answer reasoning and built on Chain Graph version 2. I click Start. And this is the template. The short explanation of what this template does is it checks if it is a group or private chat. If it is a private chat, the agent always gives a response. If it is a group chat, it only gives a response when the agent is mentioned in the message. Now I'm gonna show the steps needed so you can use this template. First, I'm gonna fill in the profile. Check as first name, Sparrow. As last name, Jack Sparrow. Bot as username. And as role, I take pirate, guide and assist users in navigating complex or unfamiliar digital waters, whether it's problem solving, creative exploration, cybersecurity concepts or innovative tech brainstorming. I save the agent. Now we have the profile. We go back to chain graph setup and we fill in the agent's username text node the name of this bot, Jack Sparrow bot. I go to the LLM node and change the model to the model I want to use. I use GPT 4o mini because I have an API key for it. This when you want to change, you also need an API key for that model. I also changed it for the other LLM node. I go to my secret vault. If you don't have a secret ID, you must first go to the platform where you can, for the LLM you want to use to create an API key and add it as a secret in this tab. So I copy for the OpenAI the secret ID, go back to my LLM call node. On the side you have a secret vault node. You can paste that ID in. Also I must do it for the other one as well. And that's it. Now you have configured the LLM with the secret ID, the API. And finally, you can change the personality of the agent. Here's a text node for the personality. Now this template comes with a basic personality. You can read it yourself when if you want to see what it does. But I put in my own personality based on Jack Sparrow. And now let's try out how the agent responds. Hello. Yeah, and here's the response of Jack Sparrow, like a pirate. Ahoy there, matey. Welcome aboard this digital vessel. What treasure of knowledge or adventure be you seeking today? Yeah, nice one. Yeah. Yeah, so simple is it to use this template. And now we are gonna demo how the agent will be responding when you are in a group chat. You can simulate that to create a chat with more than one person in it. I choose Jack Sparrow, I choose my Mr. Bean. The chat will open. What you see is that Mr. Bean is responding, but Jack Sparrow at the moment not, because when you are in a group chat, it will only respond when you mention his name. So let's try that. I choose Jack Sparrow bot. Aye aye. How you doing? And Jack Sparrow is responding. Nice. Here you can see that the template is working different for a private or a group chat. It's a nice functionality when you want to create a Telegram bot or something. And now I'm gonna try to explain how the chain graph works. There's some groups in it. First we explain how it checks for if it is a group chat or private chat. We have here's a chat meta node, and it gives information about the chat, like the participants in the group and all kinds of information. You can see that here. The name, participants, the author of the chat, etc. But we use an array length node to count how many participants are in the chat. And with a branch node, we check if there are more than 2 participants in the chat. If there are more than 2 participants in the chat, the result will be true, and the variable is group is set to true. In the handlebar template, with this statement, it will check if it is a group or private chat, and it gives as response group chat or private chat as run.text. The other part, in the message coming in, we check if in the text the username is mentioned. With the search node, we check if this name is present. If it is present, it gives true. And in the handlebar template, a variable is set to true addressed to me. If it is a private or a group chat, is the chat type, you can see here. And also the username of the agent is put in as a variable, and the message itself is added as a variable. And here is the template with the rules to determine if the agent must respond or not when you're in a private or a group chat. When I zoom in, you can see one of the rules. If the chat is private, you definitely need to respond as there's no one else to respond. And the other rule, if you are in a group chat, you only respond if the message is addressed directly to you or user is responding to your previous message. So this is how this part works. And the LLM decides to set a variable need reply to true or false for making another part for responding to answer the message. This is an LLM call with a structured output. This means you can make a predefined structure that will fill in, like the need reply. And the last part, the handlebar template is triggered if the agent must respond. And here, the personality for the agent is defined. You give the history for some context, the message the agent must respond to, the personality for the agent, and here the template for the agent. Review the chat history, and here it will put in the history for the context and the message the agent must respond to, and also the personality. The prompt is sent to the LLM, and finally the response will be sent to the chat via the stream message node. And this node gives the thinking part. You can see when the bot is thinking and doing stuff before he is going to respond. That's it. Thank you for watching this tutorial. You learned how to use the new template, and I will see you to the next one.
This is fucking bad.